Let's get into this. Yes, Lord. Hey, good people. How y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of Soul Food Sundays. I'm your host, B. Come on in. And I am the owner of Sweet Granny Bees, and we provide delicious, mouth-watering desserts. Check out our website sometime when you have a chance. We are going to get into one of my favoriteest things to prepare for my family. I love soup. I don't know about y'all, but I really love soup. And so we're going to be preparing beef vegetable soup. And I know you're like, what? That ain't no. Let me tell you. Okay, it's warm, it's hearty, it's got, a lot of vegetables. We got some purple hull peas. It's supposed to be using speckled butter beans, but I ain't have none, but I got purple hull peas, so that's what we're gonna use. So it's hearty. We're gonna use some stew meat. It's gonna be good. I'm just telling y'all, it's gonna be good. So we're gonna get into this thing. Soul Food Sundays is all about food, family, fellowship, and fun. I be trying to make these videos fun for y'all, so I hope y'all appreciate that. I just want to say that. So we gonna come back, get into these ingredients, and we're gonna jump right into it. I'm telling y'all gonna love this, and you make it with some good old cornbread. You can do hot water or Jiffy, whatever you prefer. It's up to you. And we're gonna have a video sometime later show you how to do hot water cornbread. That's one of my favorites too. My grandmama used to make that. This is a picture of my grandmama. That's why I love it. That's why I always rub it like this. So, all right, we're gonna be back. We're getting into these ingredients, and then we're gonna show you how to make it. All right, so let's get into these ingredients. So we have some yellow onion. That's about a whole medium onion. We got some beef stew meat, and we're gonna rinse that and get it ready. We got some vegetable soup mix, and this is the kind that has okra in it. That's the kind I use. We got a bag of mixed vegetables. We got a little oil back here. Some Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire. This is my house seasoning. We got some of that, and that's just seasoning, salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder all mixed together, and we use that to season the meat. We got some beef bouillon cubes, celery salt. We got some Italian seasoning, some diced tomatoes, black pepper. We got our garlic powder back there, seasoning salt, parsley, dried parsley, and then we got some bay leaves. Gotta have bay leaves. I love bay leaves. And we got our purple hull peas. We got a half a bag of purple hull peas. Like I said, I'm supposed to use speckled butter beans, but I didn't have none, so we're gonna use that. And we got some water. We are going to get off into this thing. We're going to put our heat on medium high, and we're going to put a little bit of oil in the pan. Feel free to use butter if you like as well. And we're going to saute these onions first. Then spread this oil around a little bit just to get a good coating on our pot. And let it get a little bit warm. Then we're going to saute the onions. Y'all know I love to use my wooden spoons because they don't hold heat. So if you don't have any, go ahead and go get you some wooden spoons. So what we're going to do is saute these vegetables for about 4 to 5 minutes. And then we're going to come back and show you what else that we're going to do to get everything ready. Right, child, we're just about done sauteing these vegetables. I love sauteed onions. They smell so delicious. All right, so we're going to take this and just add it to the pot. And then we're going to move our pot right on over. We're going to cut the fire off here. Put that fire back on. Okay, so now we're going to sear our meat. So we just want to sear it on all sides. We don't want to cook it. We just want to sear it, and that locks in the juices. So that's going to be our next step. All right, so our meat has been rinsed, and we're just going to put that in there in the same oil. Feel free to add a little bit more oil to your pan. If you like, I'm gonna add a little bit more oil in here. That around. We're just going to sprinkle the house seasoning liberally. Just want to get a good coating on the meat so that it has some flavor in it. It's going to get some flavor in from cooking as well, but you want to season your meat some before you put it in the pot. So then you just kind of want to brown it on all sides, and then we're going to add it to the pot. All right, so we got this pretty well seared on all sides. So we're gonna add this to our pot. We're gonna turn our fire off, and then we're gonna pull this up and add all of that. You want all that juice. We're gonna add all of that to our pot that we're gonna make our soup in. And then we're gonna turn our fire back on medium. All right, so now we're gonna add 4 beef bouillon cubes. Gonna add that in. Gonna add our can of tomatoes. Add in our Worcestershire sauce. Now I don't have much, so we're just gonna kind of add the rest of that in. Add about a tablespoon. Let me empty this bottle out since it's just a little bit left in here. But all together, about a tablespoon. You can add a little bit more if you like, a couple tablespoons. But a Worcestershire just gives it some really good flavor. We're just gonna finish that up. Okay. Then we're gonna add a teaspoon of celery salt. I'll add a teaspoon of the celery salt. Sprinkle that in. I'm gonna add a tablespoon of the Italian seasoning. Just one kind of even tablespoon of that. Sprinkle that in. We're gonna add in about a half a teaspoon of pepper. Sprinkle that in. All right, so then we're gonna add in a teaspoon of our garlic powder. That's a level teaspoon of that. We're gonna put in 3 tablespoons of our parsley, our dried parsley. 1, 2, 3. And we're gonna add in a teaspoon seasoning salt. And then we're gonna add in our water. I'll put in 2 quarts of water. And then we're gonna put this on high heat. We're gonna bring this to a boil, and then we are going to reduce the heat and then let it simmer. We're gonna stir this all around. So we're gonna cook that for about an hour and a half because we really want the flavors to gel together well. Then we're gonna add our veggies and our purple hull peas, and in the meantime, well, when we add that, that's when we're gonna go ahead and make our cornbread and get that in the oven, so everything will be done about the same, around the same time. So we're gonna let this cook. We're gonna, like I said, put it on high heat until it comes to a boil. Then we're gonna put it on low heat, cover it, and then let it cook for about an hour and a half. And then you're gonna stir it and check on it, you know, every now and then, every 15 minutes or so. You want to check on it, make sure it has enough water in it. Also add in 2 bay leaves. Bay leaves give soup and stews and different things just great flavor. So we're gonna add 2 of those in as well, and then stir everything around. Gonna let this come to a boil. Then we're gonna put it on low heat. It's been cooking for about an hour and a half, so we looking good. We're gonna taste it, because what I always tell you, we always gotta taste our food to make sure that it's right. Okay, so it tastes pretty good, but we're gonna add a little bit more to it. So we're gonna add a 5th bouillon cube, and we're gonna add another, this is a tablespoon, so we're gonna add about half a tablespoon of seasoning salt and a little bit more pepper. Alright, so we're gonna let that stir around. So we're gonna put in our vegetable soup mix. I wish y'all could smell it. It smells so good. It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. And we're gonna stir this around. And then we're gonna let it cook for about another 45 minutes. Of course, we're gonna check it, but we want it to cook, these veggies to get pretty done. So we're gonna let it cook for a little while. Then we're gonna taste it again and see where we at since we added in the veggies. Oh yeah, don't it look good? That looks so delicious. Right, y'all, so we're gonna let that cook for another 45 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna make our cornbread, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna taste it to see how we looking, because what I always tell you, you gotta taste your food, you gotta taste it so you can doctor it up or make it to your taste. So we're gonna taste it about another 45 minutes, and then we'll be back to show you what we're working with. Okay, so make sure after you put the vegetables in that you bring it to a boil. So you're gonna put your heat on high, bring it back to a boil. Once it starts rapidly boiling, you're gonna put it on low to finish that up. Look at what we got going on, all those spices and soup. Ooh, everything just came together now. Soup is done, and we are going to taste this joker so we can make sure it's to our liking. And we don't have to add anything in or take it off the fire. And we're just gonna taste the broth. Yep. That's it right there. Okay, we're gonna put it in a bowl. I'm gonna show y'all what we got. We got our cornbread ready. All right, we is finished. Ooh, y'all see that? Let me show you. Yes. Oh my God. Got the cornbread and the soup and all the veg. Oh my God. It's about to be delicious. Do you hear me? In my happy place. Don't make no dang on sense. Food make me so happy. Right. We finna dig in. It's very hot, so be careful. There we go. All right. Let's get into this. The meat's so tender and it's flavorful, flavor perfect. All the vegetables is not too salty. Put a little cornbread in there. Yes, Lord. Oh my God. This is a great meal, especially in the fall when it starts to cool off a little bit. It just warms you on the inside. It's so good, but you can make it anytime. As you can see, it's 150 degrees outside in Texas and Houston. However, I made this here soup and it's delicious and we finna enjoy it, and my family's like, hurry up so we can eat. So we all about to get into this. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you make it, let me know in the comments. That's really what keeps me going. Y'all, want to thank all of you who have recently subscribed. Welcome. I so appreciate you. For all those that have been with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me know if you make it. Put it in the comments so I can respond and trade notes with you. And I just really look forward and appreciate it. So y'all have a great week. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't had a chance, please like and subscribe. And I'll catch you next week. Take care.